Today I'm showing you the fastest methods to level up fast inside of Roblox Rivals. And if you're stuck at under level 100 and you really want to unlock ranked, then this video is for you. And before we get into it, make sure to subscribe, as when I hit 20,000 subscribers I'll be giving away 10 free skin cases. So make sure to like, subscribe and comment your username. And now the first thing to understand is you get XP from killing people. The first main method is you're going to be wanting to do modes which give you a lot of eliminations. And also if you're a regular fan of the channel, you'll know I've done a video like this before, but the method I showed in it was outdated. So I'm showing even better methods in this video. Starting off, I'm going to be showing the methods for people that are under level 100, they really want to reach it. Starting off, the first game mode you should be doing is playing team deathmatch. Whereas here I am in team deathmatch, you can pretty much use whatever weapons you would like. And you wouldn't use one-shot weapons like sniper or knife. The main goal here is to get as many eliminations as possible. The main strategy is just going to be shoot people, kill as many people as possible. You don't really want to do damage to everyone, you mostly want to focus on one certain person. There we go, we got an elimination there, and I also got an assist, 2 assists, which will also give us XP. You can see we're stacking eliminations here. And the really great thing about Team Deathmatch is you respawn instantly. You do so many eliminations. It's pretty much everyone is just using guns here. However, you might encounter alternate snipers. And each Team Deathmatch is just about 10 minutes. And in the space of that, if you can get at least like 50 eliminations, you're going to level up so much quicker than doing 1v1s. To get 50 eliminations just doing normal duos would take you maybe about 10 times as long. Already you're saving so much time. Yeah, I did say like just do whatever weapons you want to, but if you're still not sure what weapons you want to do, the main one I probably would recommend is just assault rifle. However, you can use other ones like bursts. Maybe RPG is pretty good. One method that I have used before that works is using a flame loadout, so flamethrower, flare gun and molotov. You can use whatever you want for your melee. I actually like to use katana. You can just flame people like this and got shotguns. You can see what I mean here. If you keep shooting everyone with flame, throw these flare guns everywhere, you can do so much damage. Yeah, because with the flamethrower is really OP. It's really annoying, but I think it works better in Team Deathmatch than it does in regular 1v1s. Which is all you got to do is get a little bit of damage with it and you'll get assists. Assists also give you XP like I said, not just eliminations. Another great thing about Team Deathmatch is I'm pretty sure everyone just does 100 HP, so they have less HP than a regular match. So that also makes it so easy to kill them all. You see I can absolutely destroy people with this flame. There we are, we got an elimination with it. But the thing is, with this flame loader, a lot of people don't actually have like the keys to get it. It's quite expensive, quite pay to win. Yeah, this is really OP. But there is still some other weapons you can use that are a bit cheaper. Just spray it, it's just 5 keys. I would definitely use that in your loadout. You could also use RPG. It's a bit more expensive, but it is worth it. It's very spammable. So relish weapons that if you've ever been using a weapon and then someone says you're no scout, you can use that. So like energy pistols, flame, RPG like I said. And oh my gosh, there's so much flame here, but you can see we're absolutely destroying everyone. Even if you're just starting off the game, you can use a default loadout such as assault rifle, well, the default loadout, assault rifle, handgun, fists and grenades, which I think grenades been banned. Actually never mind, it's there. And even choosing the default loadout, which I feel like a lot of you guys watching this video, you'll be new to the game, you can use this as well. It does work. You just got to shoot everyone. However, I definitely would recommend upgrading to some more spammy weapons. But you may not know how to get many keys, so if you guys want a tutorial on how to get rich fast, make sure to subscribe and smash that like button if you guys would like to see that. It definitely works. You can use the default loadout. As you can see, I'm doing lots of damage here, getting lots of assists, lots of eliminations. And like I said earlier, assault rifle is one of my top picks for this. And the final loadout that I probably would use for this would just be using gunblade. I know a lot of people don't like gunblade, but I wouldn't listen to people saying it's bad. As it's especially OP in Team Deathmatch free-for-all, as people are only on 100 HP, so you can kill people really quickly. It's close range, and it doesn't really run out of ammo. You can use the knife ability for a long time, or basically infinitely. You can see I'm stacking up with damage here. That's just because I use gunblade a lot. But yeah, the game ended. Avatar isn't loading in, but we got a bunch of XP from that game. And that was just a 10-minute game, and we joined in a few minutes early. And we got tons of XP from that game, and it was only about a 10-minute game. In fact, we joined it a couple minutes late, so it was about 8 minutes. And in that about time, we probably would have only been able to do 1 or 2 duos. Yet we gained about 10 times more XP. And now I'm going to show you guys the best method there is. But if you were listening, you would have heard me mention it earlier on. It's doing free-for-all. Now, unfortunately, to earn XP from free-for-all, as it is basically the best method, you can earn so much. You have to be level 100. And a lot of you probably won't be level 100, but it's still really useful to know this information. Now, free-for-all is very similar to Team Deathmatch. Everyone is 100 HP. Yeah, it's about a 10-minute game. But there's one key factor that makes you be able to get a lot more eliminations. It's the fact that you aren't in teams, so you can eliminate anyone. Because with Team Deathmatch, you can only eliminate half the people. On free-for-all, you can eliminate absolutely anybody here. which makes it really OP. You can get so many more eliminations. You can see I'm absolutely destroying everyone. And another thing, this is just a wee thing that I like about it, but you can actually see how many eliminations you have. You can see that I already have 4 here, and 4 eliminations is pretty much how many eliminations most people get in like a duo, if not less. And we've only been in here for 30 seconds. And yet, this is super easy. We're getting tons of eliminations here. The only thing is, I would say the team deathmatch is a bit better for beginners, as you technically do have a team that can carry you. Although that XP is really only about solo eliminations. But in free-for-all, you can get cooked by people if you don't have a high enough skill level, as a lot of people in it are pretty much sweats, so it could be very difficult for new players. But that's the thing, I said you can only get it when you're level 100, but when you reach level 100, this would be super useful to know, as you can get a lot more XP than team deathmatch. You can see we're already at 11 eliminations, which I think is much more than we had almost at the end of that team deathmatch. And I'll go over some of the best weapons you should use. Right here I'm basically using the default loadout. Well, I'm using the assault rifle, and the assault rifle I think is very good as long as you've got decent aim, then I would use it. But the main thing is just use weapons that you like using, weapons that you're best with. So for me that'll be the assault rifle and the gunblade. But for you that could be anything, that could be the burst rifle and the paintball gun. But honestly you can still do this as the default loadout, or just use the assault rifle, whichever one gets, so it's super cheap. And this is also a really great way to do your daily tasks, which means you'll be able to get a bunch of keys and you'll be able to save up easier and quicker for weapons you like. And again, I would really recommend using this flame loadout. I just think you could spam it so easily and kill your opponents really quick, as fire damage goes on for quite a while, and especially when people are only at 100 HP, then it's really OP. You can see I'm going around killing everyone really quickly. And like I said, these matches are really quick, they're only about 10 minutes, and you quite often join the middle one, so you just do it 8 minutes. And I'm telling you, this makes it so much easier for leveling up. It's how I leveled up really quickly. And I only had, when I hit level 100, I think I only had about 1 or 2 days of playtime, which is not a lot, and I think you guys can get it with even less than that, because for most of my leveling up, until about level 70, I didn't know about this. And you can see we're already up to 37 eliminations, we might even be able to hit 50 by the end of this, which will give us so much more XP. And to put that into perspective, if you were to win every single duel, which is unlikely, you would probably get 50 eliminations, it would take you 10 rounds. And each round usually takes about 4 minutes or something. This is taking about 10 minutes, so this is well over 5 times faster. But there's still some tips that can make this process easier, which I'll be going over in a second. And you can see we ended off a bunch of points there. And now let's get into some tips that can make this a lot easier. The first thing is just practicing the shooting range, coming around here, shooting all the dummies, shooting all the targets. Can really help. And I wouldn't recommend just doing this with random weapons, I would recommend just doing it with the weapons you're going to use for free-for-all and team deathmatch. So basically the loadout that you like to use. And for me that's assault rifle, uses scythe and medkit. This I think is probably one of the best loadouts in the game. But of course this is just personal preference. You should use whatever loadout you like. And I think shooting range is probably one of the best places to practice, as there's loads of dummies here, so I think it's more realistic, as it sort of feels a bit like free-for-all or team deathmatch, as there's lots of people to kill at once, so you can see what weapons are good for only killing one person, and what weapons are good for close-up fights, and what weapons are good for long-range fights. And if you don't really have one set loadout that you use or weapons you use, then you can also just test out what weapons you like and what are easier to use for you. But you can also just practice your aim here if you want better aim. It's definitely helped me get a lot better aim with the assault rifle, just shooting all these targets, being able to do them really quickly. And now the next thing is don't waste keys on expensive weapons. All these sort of like gold tier weapons, not really sure what to call them, such as energy rifle, flamethrower, grenade launcher, minigun and paintball gun. None of these are that good. Flamethrower and paintball gun I would say are decent, but minigun, grenade launcher and energy rifle pretty much all suck, and they cost a bunch of weapons or robux if you were to buy them with that. Same with distortion and permafrost. Permafrost I think is okay, but distortion is pretty bad. So just because these look cooler and they have a higher rarity and they're more expensive doesn't mean they're better. So I would save keys just for classic weapons such as assault rifle, bow, burst rifle, crossbow and other ones. And the final thing is just don't waste your keys on emotes, finishers, wraps and charms. Now of course you can use them, but I would recommend just using them weapons first, as come on, charms are pretty useless. Wraps I can see, but emotes are so expensive. You can literally buy like a sniper of this. You could buy like a flamethrower instead of buying all of these ones. And yeah, those are pretty much all the methods and tips I can give to level up fast. And when I was playing this video and doing some research, there really wasn't many methods, but maybe in the future there will be better methods. And if they get added, I'll make sure to do an updated video on this. So if you would like to see that, then make sure to subscribe, notifications and all. Anyways, make sure to join Discord, and I'll